when Tea Time said you did a woman and all this, I do want to stand corrected. Forgive me, there's so much going on. But he brought up her name. So he put the name to the incident. So Tea Time did initiate the incident. Now we got $250,000 unaccounted for that we need to know if this man received the loan, not only because of what his company is, but also she's a black woman with a small business possibly, and that's a loan all by itself. Did you know, as a black woman, just being a black woman with a business, that there is a loan out there for you? So we need to know that.
That's what I was gonna those are gonna be my questions about the money, because I heard that part as it relates to the money. And then I know Tea Time, yes, Tea Time did mention the situation, but she never said a name. So it would have been, nobody would have knew what he was talking. It could have got skipped over or whatever the case may be. He could have said, yeah, that wasn't that situation, and kept it moving. He is the one that mentioned the name. He's the one that brought her into this whole situation. So that's still completely on him. I do want to know, I saw a couple comments ask, how old were your kids at the time, if you don't mind us knowing that portion?
My youngest one
I
was
do want to
8.
say this. Now, you don't have to answer ages on children. I know the coming cousin jurors want to know that, but respectfully, we do want to protect the children. If she does not feel comfortable, we don't have to know how old her kids were. All we need to know is kids got the fruit basket. Ages is not necessary, but it's on you, Miss Pegasus. If
Okay,
you
Yeah,
so
they were asking the.
I'll put it this way. One was in elementary and one was graduating.
Okay,
okay,
yeah, I think they wanted to know because they people were saying their sons would have did X, Y, and Z, and so
Yeah, kind of.
that's
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
asked for them.
Yeah, but we know how it is in a minute to be two little kids and they'll be calling CPS. We
And
don't need
Right.
that.
and so you, after the situation with you and him, and you let it go, whatever, you didn't want it to come up to the front. He just called you out the blue that day.
Let me tell you, he has been, after that happened, and it was a while, he reached out and he apologized. And I said, okay, Edwin, leave it alone. I'm good. We good. I see you on TikTok. Fine. You can come up in my panel. But what you did was, it was creepy, and I don't trust you. Right? That was just off top. I would never trust you. We could never do business together. We're never going to do any of that. I don't trust you. You can, because like I said, I do understand this. There's an issue with that person, right? Spiritually speaking, I know it. And spiritually speaking, sometimes, let me say what I was doing. I was doing what I felt like God would have me to do, because I know that this individual has an issue, and maybe he could get in this panel, and maybe he could get around some healthy people and start changing. It's an issue with
Say
him.
issue. Could you be a
Mhm.
little bit more specific when you say issue? What type of issue?
Um, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist or any of that, right? But you can tell when you're on these platforms when people need a place to be, when people want to be accepted, when people are searching and looking for somewhere to be.
Rejection.
Absolutely.
Okay. So he has an issue. Let the court records state that the issue is that he wants to be accepted. Probably
Exactly.
he wants to be accepted in spaces. So, do you feel like that is an issue, or more of a lonely, a void missing, that he has a problem with reject? Because rejection from a woman, show, because this is a different type of rejection, showing up at my house unannounced versus I can't make friends. And like I'm like, no disrespect to some of the people that come up on the platforms, they got a reputation where folk don't want to hear nothing they gotta say. Can't make friends. But rejection with a woman is totally different than rejection with a group of people. So do you feel as though the issue is as a whole, or does he have a problem with being told no, specifically by attracted women or women in general?
I think
No.
after how he did tea time, because that's what triggered me, right? When he called her a B, it triggered me. I don't like the word. I don't use the word. I don't like anybody using it with anyone else. I believe he has an issue with women.
Ooh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I think it's with overall rejection. Even with how he came, he kind of like forced his way into FOE.
My lord.
Y'all, if y'all can remember, he wouldn't take it. No, he was
He wasn't,
speaking as if
man, you better talk.
he listen. He was speaking as if he was already down with the crown. He was speaking as if he was a part of the hierarchy of FOE. Even when he would go outside and speak to other groups, he'll speak as if he was already a prime representative of FOE. So I think it's with women, but it's also with rejection. Period. And I think Pegasus just added on more fuel to the fire, just
Can I
her
ask
being
a question?
herself.
Miss Pegasus, sorry, nephew, I cut you off. I apologize.
Mhm.
Did he ask to see you when he came to the house? Did he say, "Where your mama at? Can I get this to your mama? Hey, y'all, get this to your mama. Tell this from Uncle Edwin or anything." That would have been creepy too.
What? Oh,
But
no. When
yeah,
he came,
Would have been creepy too, but
because I was I was on the live. No one rang the doorbell or anything, but he walked. My son said and I would call him in here. And let me do that because he let me do that. Let my
y'all
son
bought the
say.
stream. We're trying to get up to
Thank you, dear.
300K.
Let me,
Please, Bob, and we're gonna get and be very
because
careful in the comments.
yeah, I don't want to quote anything wrong that happened outside before the fruit came into me.
Good to me,
Braxton.
kids.
Okay, so Braxton's outside. So let me say this: when
Oh, I have a
he walked
grandson
past
named
Braxton.
Braxton. I have a
Yeah,
grandson named Braxton.
he walked past him, and Braxton. Okay, can you come here and do one favor for me, please?
I have a Braxton, y'all.
Okay,
Thank you for the gifts.
I need
This
do
was
you
about 2
remember?
years old, Fifi. It's back up, but as you all know, that the statute of
I'll
limitation
get
has
it done.
changed. In this case, it's not old concerning, and as far as the law goes, this is a RICO case.
Okay,
Respectfully.
so Braxton, you remember when we stayed in a townhome? So can you explain what happened while you come right here? While you were outside, what happened in when that man brought the fruit up? What happened? Okay, just say it's okay.
Um, I mean, there's like I was playing basketball outside, and then I just seen a man that I never seen before, and he had what's it called? Walked up to the front door, and then he just placed like flowers and fruit on the front door, and then I had brought it aside, and I asked if you know who the man was.
And I told him no, I didn't. And I told him describe the man to me, because no one's ever. I was going through a divorce, so even now, and it's been 3 years as of today. I don't date. I don't have men around my children.
So he basically just dropped the stuff off at the doorstep. Like he didn't even talk to the kid. He just left it there
like
and
a creep and
That's
watched her eat, bro.
creepy.
That's creepy, bro.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
That's a creepy crush. Come
And then
on.
her child is seeing this man like, oh,
Right, Pegasus. So your babies, they were on the porch, right, or like in the
Playing
yard.
basketball.
They were playing basketball.
They're
Right,
playing
playing
basketball.
basketball. Right.
So I do have a question. One of the coming cousins said, so when he said it was a man, because your son said he asked you, did you know the man? Did you think it was possibly a delivery driver? You never put anything
DoorDash.
on it.
Okay, I did think it was a delivery driver. Then let me tell you what happened after that. I received a text. I see that you enjoyed the fruit and the flowers. You were
I
watching it
saw
on
that boy was
live.
watching you eat the fruit.
And,
The
and
bro, you are excommunicated, fam.
Ooh, you
You are
that's
excommunicated.
Out of
messed
here.
up mind.
You out of
That's
here,
a messed
fam.
up mind.
And that's
That's
No,
why I
bro.
was asking for clarity.
He
Thank you,
cooked,
Miss
bro.
Pegasus, because that makes a
Cooked.
big difference.
that makes a
He's
big
thinking it was a
difference.
gift from someone.
You knew
Okay,
that
so
woman
after
was
he,
going.
sorry, go ahead, Annie.
You knew that this was going to be freaky, and that's why you didn't want tea time to bring it to the forefront, because you knew that when you dropped that fruit off, you didn't even have the decency to give it to the kids in the yard. You set it at the door knowing that those kids were going to take it in the house. Then you went back probably in your car and watched her eat it online, just for you to say, did you enjoy, or I saw that you enjoyed the fruit. That shit is crazy, because not only you could have put something in the fruit, you could
You
have
could
let
have
her
put
come
something in the
back to the
fruit.
house and done something to her, watching her
Right.
eat that fruit.
How
So
did you
last
feel
night,
after you
you
eat
didn't
that
want
fruit?
us to see this like it is, but this shit is like it is. You are a pervert. Respectfully, it's no other way around that. And I know that this is the way that you didn't want it to come out, but we got to put the stamp of approval on it. You watched her eat it. You watched her eat it. That's a stalker. That is creepy man mentality. That's freaky, creepy, crushy shit.
Yeah, because it's like, how long were you sitting there watching her? She was on live, so how, like, were you watching her as you pulled up to her home? You get what I'm saying? You're sitting there in the live, watching
The
her, and then you open up the
audacity.
door while you're sitting there in the live, and then you go sit in your car and watch her eat it. That's
But this was the weird thing about it. We weren't doing business anymore. And when I went live with it, what he said was I was doing a gesture to thank you. Thank me for what? We had done no business. We had done nothing. So why are you trying to thank me? And then if you thank a person, you could have I'm on live. You could have threw me something on TikTok. But to come to my home, so you had the address. To come to my home, I kept thinking in my head, did I put my address on there? Because I really don't think I did. But I'm gonna go back and look at them forms, guys, and see if I did. But I really don't think I did. But I'm
Pegasus,
gonna have to go back and look because I'm not for sure, so don't quote me on it.
I,
But
I,
just
Even
I
if
have
you
to
did,
ask
that
you.
wasn't correct and it wasn't right nor
It
appropriate
wasn't
for him
right.
to do so.
It was not right. But I do have to ask this. After you ate the fruit, because I do understand why you ate the fruit. You did say that you were sick or that you were under the weather
Right,
beforehand.
friend.
Okay,
I
and you
thought, well,
thought that and you thought that your friend
I
had
have
gave you the
girlfriends.
fruit.
Yes, yeah. When I get sick, I have two girlfriends that always, if they call me and I'm sick, I'm either getting tiff treats or I'm getting fruit or flowers. That's the way they show love to me. So actually, I had just talked to one of them. So I was like, oh, that's sweet. She sent me something. I didn't think it was from any mail because I'm not dealing with any mail. I wouldn't have
Right.
thought. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
So I
right.
thought it was a delivery. So what upset me is that I was eating something that he could have put something in. I could have passed out or anything. All these thoughts started going through my head
It's true.
after it was done.
And that's what I wanted to ask.
So I have to be
Did
more
you feel
aware too.
fine afterwards? After you ate
Oh
the
no,
fruit,
I
did you
was
feel
fine
fine?
afterwards. Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
didn't. Nothing happened. But I'm just saying that I should have been a more aware. Maybe I should have got off the live. But once again, I just thought, oh, my girlfriends, this is what they do. So I
Yeah, no,
had
we're
no
not
other
blaming you at
reason.
all. We're not
Hmm.
blaming you at all. Because I understand why you ate the fruit. I
You
understand.
wouldn't have been aware. You'd have been just as innocent until you found out later from your child what had happened, and that's what
Right.
alarmed you. So there was no need for you to think outside of anything
Right,
at the norm because you said your friends do that. You know what I'm
right,
saying? They're going
I
to
do,
right.
take
It's
care
a
of you in a
normal
way to be
occurrence.
expected.
I do have another question for you, Miss Pegasus. It was earlier brought out in this trial that you had to move residence. Is this one of the reasons why you relocated your home? Because
No, no. Trust me, no, that wasn't one of the reasons. But I did relocate. But that wasn't one of the reasons that I relocated. But I'm glad I did because now with all this coming out, he would know where I was at, and then that would kind of be scary within itself because this is my whole thing. That's alarming to me that he's constantly coming up with lies. And I seen the on T's live where he had pasted and copied and did all this text. I was like, I don't even remember doing any of that or saying any of that to him. So at this point, I really want to reach out to the ex-wife and asked her, do I need to be aware of anything? Because I need to pull some records. I need to do something because now I don't trust you at all because you have flat out lied and you are a liar on top of a
Yes,
lot of other things that you may be.
Did you call the police on Mr. Edwin?
did.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I
She
did.
said she did. She said she
Yeah, I
did.
was instructed by a couple of people that's on the live, and I also um, contacted my ex husband about it because I had never had something to happen to me like that. You just pop up at somebody's house. I had been married for over 25 years, so me being single, that was weird. That was like really, really weird. I said, "Is this what people do when they dating and they see people, or you get to know somebody, you just come to their home? Who does that?"
Right.
You were never interested in Edwin at
Oh,
all.
baby,
At
please,
all.
never, ever, and not in this world. Ain't
Man,
never.
have y'all seen this lady
Listen,
profile?
good baby,
I saw
never,
her
ever.
picture. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. But I
She's
remember
gorgeous.
when Chastity said she used to be over. She always had a pretty profile picture up. But if this is who I'm thinking, used to be over at Mr. Washington's when I first started coming out.
Yes,
George
ma'am. Yes,
Bob, I
ma'am.
used to come over there every blue moon.
And clown with us. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. I remember when they said that today. Very beautiful. Not
Yeah,
in
and that's the only reason I came up here because I remembered you and Tea Time mentioned you. Um, and never
Yeah.
had a problem. You know, if I have
Right,
problems
right, right.
in rooms, I do stay away from them because I understand. I've been on TikTok for a minute. I understand to stay out of them, but I never want to. I know everybody does their thing. So if I don't have anything good to say, I don't want to say anything. So that's what I was trying to do. Let you do your
Yeah.
thing in your area, and I'm gonna do my thing. But I noticed when, like I said, I was triggered when he called and said that and he was talking, he was trying to do low blows on her and it just went over me because I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong. What you're doing is wrong and somebody needs to call you out on it. And I guess it was the perfect time. Um, he needs some help. He needs some help. I don't know.
Yeah, he does. Well, it looks like this case has made it through the grand jury, and it looks like we have an indictment to serve to Mr. Edwin. Mr. Edwin, this case, if you're watching, is the streets of TikTok versus you. We're going to seek some type of treatment. And we do know that this is for entertainment purposes only. We cannot no longer say allegedly with the words and the witness being here. We hereby today find you guilty.
Judge Chinchilla, can I say something, please?
Yes, we
Yeah,
find.
me too.
Go
Miss
ahead, Kevin. I
Pegasus,
got to make the call, but I'm
Miss
listening.
Pegasus, thank you for sharing your brief moments with us. I appreciate you coming up and speaking with us, as we were not going to try to be disrespectful to you, nor your story, nor what your children have went through during this time. So we appreciate it. It was with respect that it was done, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely. And I did had I had a particular stance earlier, but hearing exactly what happened and then realizing who you were, because I remember being on the panel with you before, and you one of the ones that you are a healer of life. Like, if am I not mistaken? You have this this divine nature about yourself that is healing, and that's why I understood why you didn't put up a brick wall. Some people can put up a brick wall, and you wasn't. I used the term absolute earlier, but I understand why now. I understand why, knowing who you was and stuff like that. So yeah, man, just protect yourself. And when you did wrong, Holmes, you did wrong. And I'm gonna tell you to your face, you did wrong.
I appreciate it. And you know what? It's amazing how God does things. I was just scrolling through TikTok. No one even, this I say, God is he's so wonderful. He's such a wonderful father.
So good.
I was just scrolling through TikTok and I seen it and I was like, let me stop, see what Miss Nietzsche talking about. And I was like, oh Lord, they're talking about me. So I sat there for a minute. I was like, just go ahead and go in. It's okay. She's good. So I came in. So I thank y'all for letting me be here. And I thank Miss Nitra for doing this. And I thank y'all for listening. And hopefully people can learn from my mistakes, because I made some mistakes by even trying to continue to just be quiet and accepting. And once you see something, go with your instinct.
Yeah.
Right. I do have a question. I don't know if it's been asked, and Miss Peaches asked it downstairs. It's been about two years since this incident happened, and you did call the police. Did they question him, speak to him, any trespassing? Did you put any, like, a protective order against Mr. Edwin? I would like to ask that if it's okay.
I did file it as a complaint with the police department, and I told them they have it on file. I couldn't do anything because he didn't do anything. And that kind of upset me too, right? Because I
That's
was like,
messed up.
right, we're in Texas though. Yeah, and at that time,
Halfway on the live in Texas, like.
and listen, at that time I can say where I was located. I was located in Plano, so you already know.
Are you still in Texas, girl? Because we need to have a meet and greet.
I'm here. I'm real close to you.
You give my number.
I'm like real close to you.
Because we always doing something in Dallas. I would love to meet you. And
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm not that far. I know where you're located. I actually grew up in that area. I went to Kimball High School.
So, I wonder if you know my. I don't know. We'll talk on the back end.
Okay.
Okay, girl, you close. Yeah. So, grand jury, how are you all feeling with this case right here?
He guilty.
He guilty. He need to be excommunicated.
My
Like straight up.
Yep, still the same. He is definitely guilty. Trying to justify his actions, and that's what was
Somebody guilty,
upsetting me.
being gone, chop all communication, all that. We can't rock with that.
Yeah.
If I can get one of the coming cousin jury moderators to put us a poll up, is Edwin guilty? Edwin is guilty.
Do I need to go get the electric chair or the guillotine?
What you say, Kevin?
Do I need to go get the electric chair or the guillotine?
I think he probably gonna get a box over here. Dang.
He needs to get life.
I think he definitely needs the box chair. I'm gonna have to stop calling him uncle. You hear me? It's strictly Edwin. No disrespect.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. And he kept trying to justify it. And I know the other day, Pegasus, like, that's what was like really irking my nerve. Every time he tried to justify Anitra, y'all, it was a different lie. You get what I'm saying? And I know she was getting frustrated because I was. But yeah, it's like, take accountability and that's it. You know, but I apologize. Like, he's one of those types. I think, Duffy, you were saying something like, he feels as if he said he's sorry, that it's okay. No.
Yeah, that's not a good look for
And
you.
that was the thing. He kept apologizing, and I'm glad he did say it, because I asked him, "How did you get my address? How did you know where I was? How was you comfortable enough to feel like you could come to my home?"
Yeah, that was delusion right there.
That's
Man.
crazy. That's goosebumps crazy. What did he say when you asked him how did he get your address? Did he tell you it was from? Because he said it last night at Adrena's that it was from the
Paperwork. Yeah, paperwork from us trying to do business that I counseled with you. But it was business. We were doing business. I don't care what you don't. We business and you popping up in my house don't work.
It ain't the same.
Yeah, so we do have word that he got basically a warning. Basically, she just got a chance to report it. So I do apologize. Can't apologize for him, but I apologize as far as you being a woman and going through that, because that's very scary and no man should. And then it's just going back watching me eat the fruit online. Y'all make sure y'all go vote. There's 700 people in here. We need your answer. Will you find Edwin guilty today of allegations of the creepy crush?
And
And you was
also
inside.
for
You
my
was
son,
inside when you ate the fruit, right?
Hey, Shante.
Because he could have a video of you eating that fruit.
yeah. But the thing about it is that my son still remembers it
That's
like it was
crazy.
yesterday.
That's what I said, man. To have a man that you never met, don't even know nothing about, etched in your mind for the rest of your life, it's gonna have him wondering like, who was that man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, bro.
Hey, Queen Jules. Yeah, that's kind of, and if that means he didn't forget it because he'll forever remember him. You hear me? Like he could never probably see him again, and he's gonna get that stranger feel because you didn't have permission to come to my mama's
You probably
house.
can point him out in the lineup right now.
You know what? If I'm correct, and I'm going to say this, and I'll apologize. I'm more than for certain Miss Pegasus has explained that to her boys on, what not to do in the future. And at the age that they were at, and probably the sound of his voice now,
Go
he
vote.
still has that fear because in his mind he wasn't there and able to protect his mom like he thought he was supposed to as a young boy, as a man, because dad is not there anymore too. So I know it's going through his head way more than he's expressing to his mother right now. I'm sure he said something to her or whatever to make sure, but I guarantee that it plays in his mental right now a little bit.
Yeah.
It said he
10
good. Let me
seconds. Go
finish.
vote. 10 seconds. Go vote. We should have at least 200 votes. We know everybody doesn't vote, but we do want to get as many as we can. Whew. Edwin, are you guilty?
You got one person.
185. Kick him to the curb. 99.46%. You're guilty.
And it's a lady that voted with him, that voted on his side. I'm curious to know who that lady is that
We don't,
voted.
we don't do that typically. We normally allow them to vote without,
Mhm.
That's crazy.
That was a mistake.
That had to be a mistake.
Let her have it.
do that.
Let her
With
have
that
it.
being said, FOE, here we go. Grand slam words here lately. Another one bites the dust. Will Edwin, aka Unc, be removed from FOE permanently because of today's charges? Does he have to go?
Definitely.
With that being said, we do need a poll up. Girlfriend said no, that he doesn't have to go. But we are asking today, is Uncle Edwin no longer Uncle?
So if he stay, I'm going. How about that?
I'm gone.
I'm gone. If he stay, I'm gone. I can't be in no group with no predators. I just can't. That's not how I operate.
Yeah.
What gets me, he's trying to justify his wrong.
Well, let girlfriend take him in. Then. He just can't
Exactly.
be
Matter of fact, how about y'all? Whoever want to go with him, go with him.
Let's not take it that route, y'all. Come on, let's stay with where we at with the case.
No, that's where I'm going with it. And
you have every right to do so. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's him. It's him trying to justify.
We do want a poll put up that says, will Uncle Edwin be removed from FOE as the unc of the family? Let's just vote. This is always up to the coming cousin jurors, and this is the streets of TikTok versus Uncle Edwin. We do know that some punishment phases are stronger than others, but it depends on the crime. This is a very, very serious crime. We're getting a poll together, live, love, and elevate.
In the words of the
They say
Amish
just
people,
vote, you know he's
could
gone.
excommunicate his ass. Period.
Oh, my Lord. What he do, bubbly, you knew? We cannot go back. We are in an emergency court case. We are in an emergency court case. You have to be here. And so maybe you'll catch it on the blog, but as of right now, we have made it to the punishment phase. My God, today. We have made it to the punishment phase. And because the witness is here, we do not believe in putting the witness back through worse that she's already had to live through today. We cannot go backwards. We have to stay where we are, respectfully. Edwin, when the poll, Peaches, you putting the poll up for us? Somebody, one of the mods? We ready to put our judgment in. My goodness. Can we bop up to 300K? Will Edwin be getting his walking papers today? I will point out that Edwin hasn't been home here because of him running the streets so wildly. We have not seen him here in the mansion in several months. Am I correct, Kevin?
Right.
That's correct.
So he probably gave FOE the walking papers. We don't need to know it. That's good too.
Yes, this is court, girlfriend. This is court.
He was too damn busy playing those vulnerable women. He forgot he had a damn home.
The poll is up. It is a 5-minute poll. Some of you might be crying right now because you feel as though your uncle's getting ready to leave here. He's not leaving the world, y'all. He getting out the mansion. Where is Edwin? We have not called Edwin to this trial. Edwin told us last night specifically that he wasn't bringing it to this Jew junk. He was taking it to the other Jew junk, the real Kohab. So Edwin has a right to protect himself, but Edwin told us at 4:30 this morning that he wasn't going through no court case over here. Am I correct?
So he already done excommunicated himself. He excommunicated us.
Well, I didn't like how he tried to use the tactics that he was trying to use to put fear into this young lady's life last night. That's why I came up, because I thought it was very despicable of him to even insinuate that with the threats and the intimidating factors that he was using toward her. You know, that wasn't cool at all.
I didn't hear that. Well, never mind. I don't want her.
You was on your own live.
Down at the trainers.
I heard it up at about 4 o'clock this morning, Big Duffy, and I just happened to
came in after that. He said that? Yeah. I mean, he was saying that? Wow. Wow.
Wait, I missed it. He said what now?
Yeah, what did he say?
Say it again.
Well, in short version, he was just throwing threats of it being legal, taking it to a legal case, not no small court in a sense. And that's why he wasn't talking about it, because he was really taking it to court proceedings.
Yeah, he said it was
not legal gaslighting.
Oh no! That's what I'm saying. That's what pissed me off about it, because he was really.
That's what he doing. That's some legal
terms.
You see her, you try to sue her
into her. Yeah.
With what?
Like, see, and that's what's crazy, because like she was telling him, like, if you knew what's best, you would just stay out these boxes. But how you gonna be trying to say you gonna sue, but you showed up to somebody's doorstep unannounced? Like, you need to be sued for trespassing, stalking, all that. Like, to me, I feel like he will be creating, like, digging a deeper hole for himself. That's what I don't.
And that's what he did. Am I right, Pegasus? Because
you in the wrong, but you wanting to sue.
We kept saying, Edwin, let it go, because you're digging yourself.
And you said this was how many years ago?
This was 2 years ago. So if he wouldn't have called me,
go vote.
Mm-hmm. And he's a grown man. All he had to say was, take responsibility. Yes, something happened. He didn't have to call me. He called me from a bogus number. And
I feel like he wanted this to get
out. Let her finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You said he called you from a bogus number. So did you have his other number blocked?
Yes, I had him blocked. Yes, in my phone. So I don't take calls from him. But at the same token, I said what I said, and I was trying to be quiet. And I told him, just leave it alone and just say what you need to say. Once again, he was so disrespectful on that. I was just like, man, this is crazy. But once again, I've heard some more things that he said that's absolutely wrong and that are lies. So if we go to court, I'm fine with that. I mean, let's go.
Now he did say probably it was more towards him taking tea time, but he did say he is taking it to the big court. He said,
well, he mentioned defamation of character and slander. Basically, is what is the words he used for his.
But there was no tea time did not do anything like that. She didn't do anything.
Pegasus. I totally understand, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I didn't like the fact that he tried to use fear and intimidating factors to try and silence you from speaking on his name, and then using the words inflammatory or defamation and slander as those reasonings for doing so. You know what I'm saying? I believe me, I can see right through it. It's no need, but I didn't like the fact that that's what he tried to do to try and silence your voice or your words from speaking up on the platforms. Because in his own words, really, he knew he had no true defense for what he had done, and the only way to prevent you from speaking, because he couldn't speak, was to just say what he was trying to say last night. That's all.
Okay.
I have
Hey,
something to say before we
I
drop.
feel like
So
he
they
had.
had voted. Now y'all can't say pray on, because I mean that's gonna be a definite no. People aren't gonna vote on the word pray. But I get it. 208 votes came in. Edwin has been removed and cut. Can't read that question.
I think he been wanting this to happen. I think he wanted this to happen because, like y'all said, if T Time never mentioned this lady's name, but he purposely brought it up, and you have to know, like on Messy Talk, they gonna run your name in the ground first
Exactly.
of all. So
Exactly.
it's not like
He's not on
you
Messy
brought it
Talk.
up and you didn't think that nothing was gonna happen. You knew people was gonna
But
be
yeah,
talking
no, we're
about
saying is that he knew that this is like it's kind of like he wanted this. I mean, because y'all,
Because
Yeah, he want to associate himself with her. He wanted to
we
he
associate
needed a way to
himself with
get
yes,
her.
to her. That's why he wanted to
right.
That's what
call
it
her so
is.
bad.
He
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
I'll
to
So
call her.
I'm
associate
I'll
like,
himself
call
with
her.
her.
He
if this
wanted to.
was two
He needed.
years
He
ago,
needed.
yeah,
He needed
you
an
didn't
excuse
even
to
have to
contact
bring her
her.
name up. You could have just been like, just ignored that part and let it be over with.
I want to say this before I drop. Listen, it's okay to reject. You're not rejecting people. You are rejecting their intentions.
It's okay to be
Always
rejected.
remember that. It's
Mhm.
okay to do the rejecting. A lot of people feel bad about rejecting
Is he here?
partially. You got to do it. If not, then people are going to penetrate, permeate, and they're going to overstep boundaries all the time. And that's for everybody, not Pegasus, but for everybody. Reject,
If
reject,
he
reject.
is here, I do now have questions.
Oh, if he here,
See,
I'm going to say that.
last night it was a bunch of we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It was bouncing around and sound like we were accusing, and me and him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was asking questions and I wasn't getting the answers. We have the witness here, Mr. Edwin. The witness is here. I do have a couple of questions. Why didn't you knock on the door and ask for the mom? First of all, we ain't gonna even go with why did you take her address and show up at her home without permission. But even being there, why didn't you knowing this woman was on live hosting a live, why did you not knock on that door and ask for this woman to come to the door? Why didn't you ask for her to come? Where's your mother? That's a very important question now that you showed up at her home unannounced. Because I know if my grandkids or anybody was to go to my front door, they're gonna say, "Where your mama and daddy?" Why didn't you ask those generous questions? Mr. Edwin, your box is ready. Your
Y'all
box
hear me?
is ready.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
When y'all were voting, I just want to bring back your recollection. It was one stormy night. We were all hanging out with Auntie Nitra, and she was looking for somebody to battle. There was Jay Boog, there was Nicki Minaj, there was Beyonce that we could have battled, but we found Shekinah. We found Shekinah and we pressed hard. All eight of us worked hard. We was throwing gifts, and Shekinah finally said, "Yes, I'm going to battle Miss Nitra. I'm ready." And Edwin hopped his ass up there and said, "I am the official TikTok moderator, and I am coming on behalf of Miss Nitra, who does not know you." And Shekinah just flipped out. She don't know me. Why she asking to battle me?
And I know her.
He made it seem
You
like,
make it seem like
like
you,
it was
yes,
Chicana that wanted
that
battle.
want to battle her. And it messed up a battle that could have been so much, an opportunity that was perfect for my auntie. And this Jeepers Creepers messed up the opportunity. I've seen this kind of behavior on Criminal Minds. I just want to say that. Hey, bye.
Thank you for
Let
your
the
insight.
record show what has just happened is past prior history of this man that's being charged guilty today of these allegations. We have found him guilty. He has been removed from FOE as Big Unc. Now we do have questions. If he will not come up to answer any questions, the main question for me is, why didn't you ask for the mom?
Nitro, before you finish, last question, please. Can everyone downstairs in the gallery, please, let's power tap. We are really short on the taps. If we can at least power tap while we listen, that would be greatly appreciated. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes. I think that's a good question because we already know that he didn't get permission to go to her house. But once you arrived and you saw this woman, you knew she was alive. My biggest question is, why did you set fruit down on her doorstep? Why didn't you just ask the kids that was outside, can I speak to your mom? Can you ask your mom to come out? Like that right there gives you creep. So sorry you might not see it like that, but that is creepy behavior to run back to your car, to go back and watch her live, eat that shit, and then text her and say, I see you enjoyed it. I know
That's
she wanted
creepy.
to throw up. I know she wanted to throw the fuck up.
You threw up all that damn fruit.
I wouldn't doubt it if he had a video. Because if he saw it visually, he was able to record it.
Right.
I
Yeah,
would
you
not
getting
doubt
off.
it if he had a video.
You getting off. Mom and them used to say a word back in the day, and you know what getting off is. You getting off. Like,
She went way past her wanting to
right
throw
here,
up.
mentally, you're getting off. Because where did you run back to and watch her eat? You enjoyed it. It ain't so much that she enjoyed the fruit. You enjoyed watching her eat something that she didn't even have no knowledge on. We see this shit on TV.
That's what I was about to say.
Her. That's creepy shit, man.
Her mind didn't go to worry about throwing up. Her mind went to thinking instantly if he done something wrong or if he did something to this that could cause some quick harm to me and my children are not aware of what's going on. That's where her mindset went to. I know that for a fact as a woman of her age with children. She went instantly to that mental part about if something was done wrong to her food and no one else knows or know him or know anything about it, then why was he hearing all of that shit?
It's crazy. What did he have to say again, Miss Pegasus? What when he said what you called the police? What did he have to say?
He kept saying and calling and texting. And I'm not a person that keep texts because I don't have no read. But now I think I'm gonna start keeping them. I'm sorry. I was just trying to give you a thank you for us do. What do we do? We didn't do nothing together. And if you did do something, Edwin, 250,000 that you said, sir, where is it at? Because I didn't get it.
And
so, but even if that, you still had no permission because on Tea Time's thing, he put up something on his page saying, "Can I come by?" Wasn't no answer. I didn't reply to it. Then wasn't nothing from me.
Yeah, I
Ms.
think you should
Pegasus,
look
can I
into
say
that
something?
money situation and look and see if you
So
got
I'm
some on your
wondering.
business.
That's why I say it's looking. He's getting worried about the moment.
Right.
For me.
Yeah, look into that money situation.
I let the weirdness go, but now you don't talk about money and all these other things that you're saying. You're weird, dude. You need some help.
Miss Pegasus, let me say this real quick. Yellow good. Miss Pegasus, don't feel bad about that statement about text messages because I was just involved with something like that and I could not go back and find messages either because I did not keep the young lady's name stored in my phone or anything like that. So I had nothing to really try to dig up other than what was in my own damn head and memory, even though I knew I did nothing wrong, but I couldn't come out 100% definitively and prove anything on it because I did not try to save her name and number in my phone to keep messages as if it meant something to me. So I understand what you meant by that you don't keep messages and shit. So it happens.
No, but
I get that, but hold on.
I do have my email track.
I'm sorry.
Now what I do have is my emails from me and the lady that counseled to work with us. And let me read this to you. Let me see if I can go read this. Yeah. So I listen. I have a bunch of emails that were back and forth where we counseled that and how he was talking back then. And once I read it the other day, I was like, wow, I didn't catch it. I missed it.
Do you think him helping you get some type of funding or whatever he was trying to help you do was the overlay for the underplay?
Um,
And that didn't work because you canceled it. So he went to the next thing that he thought would get him in.
He thought them 250K was gonna
exactly.
get him a proposal or something.
Mm-hmm. She canceled that out. Oh, let me put a fruit basket at the door with some roses.
Big Al, man, I hope you ain't coming up here to do what I think you coming up here to do, brother.
Right, I'm finna come up here and do exactly what you think I'm finna do. Kevo, we need to get them boys some weights. We need to get them boys some weights. We need to get them boys some bench press weights. And we need to get them boys some track training and take them on a run and just drop them off in front of his house. Huh? Let them boys take them, let them take the boys fishing. He ain't gonna oh, my baby said what I'm doing.
How stupid.
Look,
The
my
boy-
bad.
the
I'm
boy-
sorry, Miss
innocent
Nita. I
man.
just come up here to
No.
say, God is good, and Bible study is at Wednesday from 8 to 9, and Tab telling me to get out the box.
Yeah, you gotta
Ain't
listen.
Edwin supposed to be a memory curl? Ain't Edwin
Listen to you
supposed to
better
be a
have.
memory curl? Huh? Somebody tell me, ain't he supposed to be an assistant living? Miss Pegasus, don't you just let your boys push him one time? He gonna be submitted in assisted living.
Trying to keep her boys innocent.
Right.
I want to read something. I'm gonna have my son to read. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, you
Okay,
funny,
while you
man.
find your glasses, his truck got a handicap decal on it that said "Drop Big Al."
I just did
Okay,
perfect
so
timing.
this is what
My
this is.
lord, my
I
lord.
love
This
you,
is
Al, but I didn't drop Big
Look
Al
how
right
that
on
happened.
time.
okay. So
Your mama know.
this is what he said after I dropped the when I told him I didn't want to work with him anymore. He says, "Why work with anyone else when they don't have the power to deliver on your dreams?"
That stuck out to you, huh?
Told you.
He knew what he was
Just
saying.
read it today. When I
Yeah.
went back to that email, I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Wow. So he was pretty much basically
Rooming her up.
letting you in to
Yeah.
With
feel like
250K.
he had so much to offer you. And
Yeah.
Right.
basically, you do need to find out if he got a loan in your name. You do need
Yeah,
to.
he probably did. He probably got a
Okay.
loan in your name. I can
But I have
almost
a question.
guarantee.
How would he if he had no information on you? We love you, Big Al. How
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go look at that paperwork that we did that I counseled with him, um, and that I did online because he didn't have any access to it because I was actually putting the information in. He was just helping me and the lady go through doing it. Um, so I'm gonna go back and look at it to
So
see.
you never physically gave him a piece of paper with your information on it?
No, actually, I one of the papers that he sent me was a fiduciary paper, right? And that fiduciary paper. So this is when it got weird to me. Like he wanted me to be the fiduciary for my son that was in college because he said we could pay for all his college. I paid for my son's college, so your sons don't have to. We don't have to worry about. So I was excited about that because I knew he wanted to go to school. After that, I had to let him sit out a year. Well, he didn't sit out a year. He sat out a semester. He went the next semester. We kind of got everything together, but it was just weird the things that he was trying to have me to do, and I was just like, me and Josie was just like, nah, we're not doing that. We're gonna cancel all that, and I
And
do
you
have
didn't
that.
sign the fiduciary paperwork, Miss
No,
Pegasus.
no, I canceled all that.
And you do know that he could have forged the information as well.
Well, if he did, then I have something to stand on. If he
Right,
did.
of course,
Yeah, because I have
exactly.
all my emails and all my letters and everything that done. So if he did do that, I do have something to stand on, And once again, he said it on the live. So someone was going to give me that recording where he said he got me that money. And I'm like, wow, I hadn't received anything.
Wow. We do have a witness coming up from downstairs. Velvet Whispers is going to probably give you some good information that you need. Go ahead, Velvet.
Miss Nietzsche, I was just asking if your moderators will unmute me. I was just putting the websites for her to go to check to see if he was able to take out like a Black entrepreneur grant and different things. That's all I put in there, and they muted me for the rest of the live.
Come on,
We
y'all.
apologize. I don't know who did that.
Yeah, unmute her because I saw her getting that. And I was nodding. I just unmuted you. Okay.
It says who muted. Make sure you deal with it, Nitra. Sorry.
I didn't see who done it because I turned my head, but I saw her putting gov.com.
I know I just unmuted her, but I don't know who muted her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is when you go into unmute, it'll show who muted it, if I'm correct. But nevertheless.
Yeah, no, I just unmuted her, but I didn't mute her.
I'm going to take them privileges. That's on another court case. Because I ain't going to lie. Sometimes I go in there to check my block list and my friends be blocked. I be like, God, dog.
They've been taking pages for putting .coms in there. So if anybody is putting a website, you have to put a space. You have to put the C, another space, an O, another space, and an M, and another space. They have been taking pages 7 days.
Yeah, so it's to protect you. If somebody doing something.
.com. You can't say website. You gotta say site.
Your whole page get took down because somebody trying to be helpful and put a
right. But
.com
people have to know you're not on. You have to be on a certain side. You gotta know what's going on. So she can get taken down for somebody else putting it in. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They take pages all the time for the actions that they guests make and what
they do. Sure.
Yeah,
it's too much money on the line. It's too much money on the line. They taking pages. They don't want you to get your money.
Hold on, babe. You can't say book of faces. You can't say web and then the S word. So you have to be very careful because they will take the pages. So that's probably why the mod did it. Just to FYI, I'm gonna drop it. Wasn't me, but I'm sure that's probably why.
Let's do this before we just block and mute and drop them. How about if we just educate them with a quick, message to them or statement to them to let them know?
Well, if they've done it 3 or 4 times, the mod just watching out, Kevin. Sorry. But they just watching out.
Yeah, and TikTok don't care about your lecture or your speech that you're giving your moderators after the page gone.
I'm not talking about the moderators giving the speeches.
I agree, but hear me out. In future references, I think it's okay just to pop up here and say, guys, please don't put .com. Go ahead and put .com instead of blocking them. I think that's just good. I do think that we should do
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
I understand
fair.
that, but sometimes you can't even get.
But respectfully, I don't like block list has been very, very overwhelming because a lot of people